Yeah, tonight I'm juiced because I get to take inventory. I get to go around my house, grab all my little gadgets and gizmos, you feel me? All my little contraptions, and take note on what I have, what it's capable of doing, what it can be used for. I have bug sweepers, I have radios, I have scanners, I have some things. Then that means I have some bargaining chips, I have some gambit pawns, I have some collateral, I have some leverage. I added some things too. You know, some things people ain't seen and they won't see. But I need to see for myself because, you know, I might have to go back to slinging yayo. I don't want to go back to slinging yayo to get my mayo. Shout out to my nigga Deo. Got my G's in Miami talking about Ayo. So I'm about to fire up a cigarette, you know. And nobody understands my project. I don't expect them to. I know what my project consists of, you know. I know that if somebody is with me, then I got to equip them, you feel me? I got to at least give them the wherewithal, the means and the necessities, you know, the components of which to elevate, you feel me? To upgrade, to advance. Whether that be a book, whether that be word in due season, good word in due season, or whether that just be a spiritually imparted gift, whether it be encouragement, strength, exploration, you know. So I'm happy with how everything's unfolding. Only want to use my powers for good. Even if I'm taking a step back, it's just so I could leap by faith in a light year, you know, several steps ahead, you know. It's only a stepping stone. It's only a push off the racing block, the starter block, you know. It's just to propel me, to accelerate me on in the right direction, to get the gears churning and the gears, you know, grinding and moving, you know. To get the joints and everything loosen up, you know? The nuts and the screws. But I'm going to arrange my little, you know, my little panic room and everything, you know, hang up some pictures, you know, get my house in order. Choose this day who you gonna serve. But as far as me and my household, we gonna serve the Lord. You know, because I can't be with the robbing, killing, and stealing and destruction and stuff. That ain't me. You know, it never was. It's not a good look, you know. I'm a upright, you know what I mean? So that my days may be long. You know, I want to have a long life, you know? Who is he who longs for a good life and to see, you know, see many joyous days? I'm paraphrasing, but you know what I'm trying to say. Who is he who longs to see, to have a good life and have, you know, who longs to see good days and have a long life in the land of the living? In so many words, so to speak, you know? So I'm out here, I'm sipping on my Red Bull. Let me open up the car right quick so I could get my cigarette. I'm gonna prop y'all up right there. Yeah, right there. There go my Red Bull. Open this up. I studied a lot. You know, I studied a lot. Sometimes when you can't get to one of your favorites, they tell you to study, you know, something, you know, like it. And one time, you know, I couldn't get what I wanted because I'm telling you, you can't be certain places and ask them for a certain book. They're not going to give it to you. So I said, how about you give me one of these books? They gave me one of them books. I started reading it, and I never put it down. That's what happened. It was only a few books that I could read anyway. It's got to be an autobiography. It's got to be realistic, applicable. You got to be able to apply it. It got to be accurate. It got to be appropriate. You feel me? It got to be accessible, meaning the resources is tangible. I'm capable of applying them, you know, implementing them. You feel me? Practicing them. Perfecting them. Honing my craft. Being prone. You see? But we need not be so quick to judge a book by its cover because everything is not what it seems. Especially when we see only through a glass dimly lit, you know? I'm trying to remember from which height I fell from. You know? I like to really be on my thing, man. You know? I'd like to really be on my king thing, you know? I was just thinking about the other day. It was a time in my life where if anything good happened, I knew exactly where it came from. Now, not to say that good things aren't happening and they're not coming from that same place, but I need to be more aware that when something good happening, who's responsible, you know, who's behind it, you know. Who are these good gifts, these blessings, these miracles, these signs, these wonders dependent upon, relying on? By what basis do they consist? By what guidelines do they exist and persist? Let me insist. In a way, you get paid to think. When you pay attention, folks take notice. They value that. It's cherished. You cannot put a price tag on common sense. Being able to accurately assess a situation and properly diagnose it, remedy it, resolve, rectify. To be prompt, to be apt, to be inept. Not inept, but to be apt and adept, To have that aptitude, to have that alertness, to have that awareness, to have that perception, to have that focus, that consciousness, As a man thinketh, so he is. So why would I want to think little? I serve a great, mighty, So why would I downsize, downgrade? Why would I downcast? I'm going to speak life. I'm going to speak prosperity. I'm going to speak abundance. I'm going to speak exceedingly. I'm going to say Philippians 4:19. And my God shall supply all your needs according to his riches and glory in Christ Jesus. I must ain't got as many needs as I think. Because I be thinking I need a Rolls Royce, I need a mansion, I need a business, I need a church, But he know what I need, when I need it, just when I need it, how much I need it, why I need it, where I need it, who I need it for. That's what the key is. It's bigger than me. So it ain't just about me being blessed. You only blessed to be a blessing, and you only blessed you just to see it, just to see it go. When the blessings increase, then the mouths who eat it increase too. That's in the word. The nose who consume it increase. So I'm only leveling up to be more productive, to be more beneficial. While I sit down, they woke me on my feet. I went to my mom's church when she got ordained. He said, stand. I said, I've been standing, but I'm going to stand some more. After you have done all you can, then stand. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. It's the principles and the values and the morals and the codes. You feel me? The bylaws. The policies. On which dictate the protocol and the procedure of which one performs in permeates, radiates, generates, orchestrates, When you come up under the greats and you study the greats, you descended from greats, then you are great. Be great at what you do. I'm a leader. I'm a shepherd. I'm a king. I'm a priest. I'm a mighty man of God. I'm a son of God. I'm a special and royal priesthood and treasure of peculiar people, That's what I am. Why? I can't, you know what I'm saying, leave myself at a disadvantage to fit into the norm. No, I must step out boldly on faith, abound by leaps of faith and light years, you know. Step into the unknown. That's when you really know what time it is. That's when you're showing God, you know, I believe in you. When you with him in places that you know only he will have you at. When you there for his glory, you know, you're not there for your own monetary gain. You're not there for prestigiousness or fame. You know, you're not there for promotion or, you know, status or nothing like that. You're there to monitor. You're there to supervise. You're there to regulate. You're there to observe. You are there to take notes, to witness, to behold, to see things for what they is. It's one thing to be in the house, but when you see it for yourself, ain't no denying. When it's right in front of you, before your eyes, visible to your pupils, your corneas, your iris. You feel me? I don't fake the funk. I don't falsify the facts. I keep it beyond 100. 100 ain't even a... But just for, you know, we gonna just say 100. But I like to say I keep it a trillion, man. You feel me? I keep it a trillion for the trilogy. Trilogies are triumphs over trials where you just, you know, kept it so trill again and again to the 3, 4, 5-fold, you know, 100-fold, you know. You didn't just, to this day, you feel me? You still repping, reigning, ruling, you feel me? Reside, ride, you feel me? No surrender, no retreat, death before dishonor, taking no prisoners, waving no white flags, taking no hostages. All it takes is one straw to break the camel's back. I believe the camel's back is already broken. You hear people make songs, don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Ha 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 ha. Fuckers pressured, oppressed, under tension, strain, anguish. And you want to add fuel to the fire? You would like to put more weight to the weight of the government that's on the shoulders? You would like to make matters worse. with, their opinionated little 2 cents that ain't based off the word. If God don't say it, I don't even want to hear it. Straight up. And I know folks ain't doing what God say, because, God be like, feed your folks, and he real nice. And I feel at least folks should do enough for him and his so he can take care of the folks he need to. It's people that if they could get a little assistance, they'd be more open to hear the word of God. But if I got bills, like he said, like 50 Cent said, preacher man come around here talking, I don't want to hear it, keep walking. Now, I ain't never pulled one of them moves to the slower to speak like that, but I can see why. It's like, man, you talking about God and blessings and all this. I'm hungry, dude. I got bills due. My ass is in the sling. So, I'm kind of missing the marker as far as, I'm missing the message. Especially when you ain't being taught right, If you don't know the first thing about even, petitioning, supplicating, you don't even know how to approach, how to enter into his gates with thanksgiving and praise, Humble yourself like a little child. And that's real game, because you're supposed to teach a child in a way he should walk. And when he grow old, he won't depart. But if you ain't teach him nothing, he departing whichever way he can. For real, I got a phone call coming, but about my Brillo, my bread, my briskets, my broccoli. Let me answer this money.